Hello everybody, I'm Jerry Emge, a realtor with Keller Williams The Lakes in Lake Elsinore, California, and I produce these videos on a regular basis, usually at least one a week, usually by Thursday morning at 10 o'clock. Sometimes I put up more than one a week. And every video is a new real estate topic. I don't do any selling on these videos, so I'm not going to hit you about a particular property I'm trying to sell or something. I just want to share general real estate information. As I said, hey, by the way, if you like my videos, when you get a chance, give them the old thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate that. And if you subscribe, you can hit the little notification bell, and you'll be notified every time a new video goes live. As I said, every video I produce is a new real estate topic. You know, we're experiencing nationwide, and probably almost everywhere in the United States, a strong seller's market. And what that really means is a combination of things are occurring to make it a seller's market. Number one, there's not as many homes for sale as there are buyers. Because of low interest rates, there's a lot of people that would like to take advantage of that and buy a home right now. Either, you know, go upscale, get a bigger home or a smaller home or whatever. Or get out of their apartment. Maybe they can buy a home for less than they're actually paying in rent. So there's a lot of that going on, and that's driving this seller's market. The low interest rate is also contributing to this in a big way. When I bought my first house, it was 19% interest. So times have changed. I haven't seen 19% since then, but that's the rate I had. Of course, it was only a $30,000 home, which is now basically a $700,000 home. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. What is important is what the sellers can do in this market. You don't, just because everything's heading the seller's direction, doesn't mean you should just stick a sign in the front yard and sell your house. There are some things that you're going to have to do to get top dollar in this market. You might sell the home in a day with doing nothing to it, even a lower quality home, but nevertheless, why not get top dollar? And if you got to put just a little bit of elbow grease into that house to get a lot more money out of it, for God's sakes, do it. So I'm going to cover some things you should consider doing in your house. I call them renovations. These are some renovations you should do that won't cost you as much money as they will bring on the back end when you sell the house. So I'm just going to cover a few things. In other words, I'm not saying you should go out and put in a new kitchen or a new set of bathrooms or anything like that. Simple stuff. After all, every seller wants to get top dollar for their house, and I don't blame them. The first thing you might consider doing is working on the curb appeal. We call it curb appeal in this business. It's just, what does your house look like from the street? As people drive by on the street, what are they seeing? If it doesn't look very appealing, you're not going to attract a lot of buyers. So consider improving the curb appeal. That would cover things like the sidewalks, the driveway, and any patios that are visible, and certainly patios even in the backyard. If that stone or concrete or whatever needs to be cleaned up, pressure wash it. Rent a pressure washer or bring a pressure washer company in to make it look brand new. If there's anything that needs to be patched in the way of concrete patching, that should be done. You don't want people walking up the driveway and tripping over a hole in your concrete. The second thing I want to talk about on curb appeal, I was actually going to save this for the end of the video, but it's too important. Both the front door and the garage door, which is visible from the house or from the street. If you think about it, in some layouts, the majority of the front of the house is the garage door. So you want to have that garage door looking really good. Either replace it with a brand new garage door, paint it, or if you have a fairly new garage door there that just needs a little sprucing up, here again, get that pressure washer out and make it look sharp. You can also freshen up the house, paint. If it needs to be painted, you should get it painted. If it doesn't really need a complete painting on the outside, but maybe some of the trim needs to be touched up or repainted, it's not a big deal. have a painter do it or do it yourself. But it just really makes the house look so much more appealing. That's why we call curb appeal. So it makes sense, doesn't it? I mentioned earlier the front door. I've walked up to houses before that are for sale, and that front door looks hideous. I maybe have little kids with jelly hands and things like that all over that front door. And so that needs to be taken care of. And nothing is less appealing to someone walking up to a house they might want to purchase and seeing how that front door has been taken care of. It gives them an automatic opinion of maybe how the rest of the house has been taken care of. So have that garage door and that front door looking sharp. Any landscaping issues in the front of the house or that are visible from the street, certainly, make sure you take care of those. Make sure the yard is cut and trimmed. If there's any grass, cut it and trim it. Make sure the irrigation is working properly to keep it watered, or do it by hand, however you do it, but keep those plants alive and keep that grass looking good. Any plants that need to be trimmed and cut away from the house a little bit so don't quite have that fire hazard thing going on, take care of that as soon as you can. And any plants or hedges in the backyard or the front yard, make sure they're trimmed and shaped. It isn't a very costly thing to do, and it can just change the world about the appearance of your house. Freshen up those carpets. You don't always have to replace the carpet with brand new carpeting, but make sure it's clean and all the spots are removed and things like that. If you happen to be a person that has a lot of pets, or even one pet sometimes, it can be a problem with odor. Not only can it leave spots around the house, but it can be an odor issue, and your nose may not even notice it. And your realtor's nose might not notice it because maybe he's had a few meetings with you and he's already used to it. But he should have mentioned it to you right up front. And always get a third opinion. Have a friend that doesn't live there come walk through the house and see if he comments on the odor, and ask him about it. It's not going to hurt to ask. He knows you have a pet. So that's a very important thing to do. I've seen sales lost because of the odor. No one wants to buy a house and then have to deal with that. Smoking can be another problem. If you or someone in your household smokes a lot, it can leave a lot of smoke stains and a lot of smoke odor around. You may have to have it professionally cleaned to rid the house of that. Also, make sure there's no mold or mildew issues in the house. You don't want to have them walking through looking at, mold. And any mildew. It can be cleaned up very easily, and so that should be a priority item to get done. Regarding any of the things I've mentioned today, talk to your realtor. He should have a list of vendors that he can hook you up with to take care of each and every one of these issues. So the bottom line is, get that home ready for sale. Trust me, you won't regret it. Thanks for watching my video. And here comes a little bit of information about me. You can pause the video to write down my name or email address. Get hold of me anytime to talk about this topic, this video, or any of my other videos. And in the meantime, I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.